That's good. I don't care, Spaz. Roll the intro.
Every week your team sucks. Every week we let you know we are here to make fun of you. The After Dark Show is upon you. The After Dark Show is upon you. Every week your team sucks. Every week we let you know we are here to make fun of you. Every week your team sucks.
Stupid overlay. I removed it. They just screwed me over. Anyways, what is going on, everyone? Welcome into the After Dark Show. We were pushing it back a little bit because college football has a huge issue with not knowing when to end on
their
time.
game. Yeah. Yeah, we try to schedule our shows around the endings, and we even always go usually like half hour, 45 minutes out, and yet they still can't figure out how to end their games on time.
Not even close. We're still like 4 or 5 minutes in each game, which means about another 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Break, timeouts, like kill me. But welcome in, everyone, to the After Dark Show here. If you could, on the way in, please just consider hitting that like button. If nothing else, helps the show out. Doesn't hurt you at all. If you want to, consider subscribing to this channel. And how the hell did the Colorado guy just catch that? That was a pick, and the Colorado receiver just took the ball away and kept going. I don't know how that happened.
Yeah,
I don't know what happened there. That was interesting.
Yeah.
All right. That's the only game I have going right now is the Colorado TCU game because it's the only one that's actually interesting.
Yeah.
No one wants to win.
No, I think TCU does now.
Now? Oh, good. Oh, good. It took them
3 3/4 of a game to figure it out.
3 2/3. Yeah, they'll be like, oh, yeah, by the way.
We can't lose this game at home to Colorado. What is wrong with us? We can't James Franklin it. Oh, is that too soon?
Oh, woof. Yikes. We haven't gone that far yet. Oh, you calm down over there. You calm down. You don't think I have like 10 notes about that? Oh, yikes.
Yeah.
How are you doing, Spaz, though, by the way?
I'm doing fantastic this evening. I had a good day of mixed with college football and got to go watch a little scrimmage and see how my NBA team looks and come home and watch a little more college football and a little bit of sprinkled in a little bit of baseball in there, and it's been a glorious Saturday.
Nice. I expected better, but as I told you beforehand, we're just skipping over the morning slot of games because
I don't even remember the morning slot of games.
That's what I mean. I was watching the morning games, like the Wisconsin, Michigan, and for about 5 minutes I was interested, and after that, every game I was just like, who cares?
Sir,
they were bad.
Sir, I have a request from the audience. Apparently,
no, you don't.
I didn't send that to the right person. I know I did.
There's no request in the audience. No one's watching this shit.
Well, one of our guests is like, I know I sent him that link, but
Spaz the Stalker is on hiatus because we know who it is.
Yeah.
Like, we know who it is.
Copy.
We were close. The final verdict, we were very close. I don't think we could have gotten much closer to the final suspect. Spaz's
Oh,
finger.
shit. No. Damn it. Wrong.
So why Spaz needs to do everything before shows? Because I thought he was trying
Well,
to.
he just messaged me back and said, send link to this place.
Almost there, Wendell's. You're almost there. Almost there. She don't even know who Adam is.
Okay.
She's just like, yeah, Adam. All right. Well, let's skip over the morning slot games because, to be honest, no one gave a shit about those. I mean, they were just awful games. If you want to talk shit, yeah, this is. I mean, it is part of the title of the show. After all, the only reason I like doing the Sunday night show better than Saturday because it gives me a day to think about a title for the show, like a good one. What happened to Penn State? Woof.
Hang on, let's see if Adam gets in here in the next couple of minutes because this could be. He's from up there, and if we can get him in here, this would be funny.
All right. So let's not talk too heavily about this. Then I have notes about this, so let's wait. Let's give Penn State a couple minutes here. Okay, here's a game no one gave a shit about. What? How the?
Yeah.
Well, this is bad on Maryland. How was Maryland up 20-0? Like at the end of the third and lose 24-20. Lose 24-20. I thought Washington lost this game, got shut out, and then I started.
That's what I thought.
Like, what happened?
Yeah, I was dumbfounded.
That's got to be one of the weirdest final scores you will see when you see 20-0 end of third, and then 24-20 loss at home. That's got to be just like mind-boggling.
At home,
yeah,
they had Washington looking god awful for 3 quarters.
That's just got to be mind-numbing to Maryland fans. Washington literally went across the country from Seattle to Baltimore, basically. You know, what?
Yeah, we could go there.
Hey, Dragon.
Go there.
Yeah, we can do that. I was like, yeah, the Washington thing. I didn't watch that game.
Yeah,
I just saw the score, and I was like,
I didn't either.
Holy shit.
And then, like, on my way home, it says 24-20, and I'm like, what?
Yeah. Hey, Dragon, though. That's a good point, too. Washington was great at home last year. Absolute garbage on the road. Absolute garbage. Yeah. Absolute garbage.
Well, this is year 2 of Jed Fish.
Yeah. So they're going to be improved. There's going to be some improvements in certain areas.
And then he'll leave this offseason and take another job.
Well, that job might not be opened anymore. We're going to talk about that.
No, we're going to talk about that. We get there.
We're going to talk about that later. We're going to talk about that later.
This could be one of them patented 3-hour plus shows if we get enough people in here to talk.
It's a Saturday. This is fine.
It's a crazy Saturday.
As long as it's not on my Sunday night show, because I got to get up at 5 a.m. still on Monday.
Right. But
Troy, I stopped watching by this like 2 minutes into the second quarter. I gave up.
Yeah.
I give credit. Minnesota, the first drive Minnesota had in this game, I was like, oh, Minnesota, you got a game plan going on here. Dink and dunk, 3-4 yards of play.
And then it died.
Yeah, and then
very rapidly.
Their offense just sucked after that. Immediately just sucked. Oh, wait.
Oh.
Troy, that was your Ohio State talk because that's all it deserved. But
I mean, this guy might give a few seconds.
Are we sure that this guy is Jersey or is he Canadian?
We could ask him.
That is true.
He could be a Jersey Canuck. Just play it.
Okay, it works. He sounds close enough.
Oh, whoa, you're from Canada.
I am.
This interview is over. What the hell? You're not invited, you're Canadian.
Wrong show, but oh well.
You know, you guys should be lucky and thank me for being on the show tonight. You're very, very welcome. As we review a crazy weekend of college football.
Yeah, wasn't it?
Listen, the message from this weekend in college football is that Oregon's finished. They're done. I'll tell you why. I'm going to explain this. Everybody thought Oregon was so good after beating Penn State. Okay, what a great quarterback, what a great performance. But then Penn State goes and loses to lowly UCLA. It negates the victory. Oregon's finished.
Well, we did hold off on this because I had so many notes about this game because it's amazing when you fire a coach, the team either dwindles or gets fired up. And when you name your wasn't he a defensive analyst or something like that? They named the head coach, the interim head coach. He was like a defensive analyst or something like that.
Yeah, I think so.
And the play caller is Rick Neuheisel's kid,
Jerry Neuheisel, who was
never
also
called a game before.
He was an offensive analyst and
had never called
fireworks.
a game in his life until today.
Absolute fireworks. I was like the onside kick / squib kick when no one was on that side of the field. I was like,
yeah.
Brutal,
unbelievable. You know what the funny thing is about Oregon? They are an extremely young team. They are this good, and most of their players are young. Just wait. They're going to win a national championship.
Well, I just want to know what happened to – I want to know what happened to the vaunted Jim Knowles defense.
Oh, that's a good question.
289 rushing yards.
Oh, and in all fairness, too, though, Nico – he was fired up to that. Like I said, it was like a reboot for that whole team. Dude, that guy is fast. When he makes a decision and runs, I was like, holy shit, I did not realize he was that fast.
You know who he reminds me of Colin Kaepernick.
All right. Well, we don't mention that name on this show, so goodbye. How dare you?
What happened? He reminds me of Colin Kaepernick. He will be like Colin Kaepernick. He will be very effective. However, he will not immerse himself in social justice issues. Instead, he will focus on the field. And he has a chance of being a very good player.
Well, he might because he did take a huge discount price to go to UCLA. And now he's going to demand more in the sense of social justice.
Discount double check.
Yeah, exactly. Do you know UCLA's defensive coordinator, whoever it is, said that they had 2 days to prepare for Penn State? No, the offensive coordinator, Neuheisel, said they had 2 days to prepare for Penn State. And they still threw 42 on them.
Oh, yeah. They made a great point. Neuheisel never called a game and called plays in a game. I think he did call plays once before for another team like several years back. I think he did call plays one game or a part of a game or something like that. I think he did. He stepped in. He had to do it or something like that. I believe because he's been at UCLA before. He was at, he's obviously the backup quarterback. Then he was an analyst, and then he was at like A&M, I think, and Texas, I think, and then back at UCLA and probably somewhere else. I think he did some of it, but they said you don't think he's had this shit up his sleeve like for 10 years. A few of these plays where he's like, I want to run this. I want to see. Yeah. I want to see what happens.
See, people don't realize what's going on here. So, you're Penn State, right? You're sitting there in little Eastern Pennsylvania. Got to take a long flight to Los Angeles. You're jet lagged. You realize how beautiful the country is when you go there. Like, wow, I never knew the country was this nice. So they're affected by that. They're tired, and they're underestimating UCLA. When you put those all together and UCLA's mindset that they have nothing to lose, you get results like this. And Penn State's finished.
Well, and Penn State also was coming off that. This is the one benefit. The one benefit that, for instance, Oregon has this week before next week is we have a bye week now. Penn State got to lose at home in front of 111,000 people and then go across the country to face lowly UCLA, who just fired their coach.
Penn
You
State's
know.
ashamed of itself.
And lose to 5,000 people.
That's what I mean. I was like, they got that. It was like Indiana blowing out Illinois the next week, going to the road to Iowa, and respect Iowa defense, got it, but kind of having that hangover game.
How dare you lure 100,000 naive Penn State students into Happy Valley under the guise that you're going to win a game against Oregon, and then put on that performance with Drew Aller ending the game as they should be expelled? All right, this should not be tolerated. This was absolutely ridiculous. I mean, all this pageantry, this whiteout, these students filled with hope and innocence, all destroyed because they couldn't beat an Oregon team that was on the ropes the whole game. Forget about it. Penn State's done. The school should lose its accreditation.
Does James Franklin get fired?
No, I don't
before
think
the end. Too high of a payout.
I will say he did have the same look as sorry, Troy, cover your earmuffs, Troy, earmuffs. He had that same look as Ryan Day after the Michigan game last year, where James Franklin just was on the sideline like, what is happening right now?
I can make
Like, what is going on?
I can make a perfect analogy to Penn State. So it's kind of like when you're in high school and nobody's asking you out. No girl wants to go to the prom with you. And then a girl comes up to you and says, I want you to go to the prom with me. And you're thinking to yourself, oh, gosh, I'd rather not go with anybody because you're just not – I just don't think you're not pretty enough. And that's Penn State. They're not pretty enough. They always underperform. They have a ceiling. Never going to be hit, never going to rise above it. They're done. Maybe a bad analogy. And to all the women out there, we all love you. But that's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Does it make sense?
Yeah.
Well, and I appreciate this is something that Penn State fans should be absolutely losing their mind about. Something maybe that didn't. I mean, in a way, it changed the game, but it left the door open. But in the worst way possible for you, for Penn State, was again a defensive analyst, basically named interim, first game really, especially in this situation. And what does he do with 16 or like 20 seconds left on the clock? What does he do? He says, "Hey, kicker, take the punt or take the ball. Don't punt. Run around the end zone for 15 seconds and then take a safety and leave them with 13 seconds and no timeouts." Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant play. And the kicker did a great job. He was like dancing around the back of the end zone like, "Come get me, boys. Come get me. Come get me." And I was like, oh, this is smart. They weren't expecting him to do that, I don't think so.
No.
I mean, he's just like playing with Franklin's head.
Yeah.
And then the team carrying Jerry Neuheisel, first-time play caller, carrying him off the field.
That was epic. That was great.
That was like, I mean, are you really? Like,
reminded me of Rudy.
Like such a Jim Knowles.
This is about an hour and a half ago from Locked On Nittany Lions.
Oh yeah. Zach Sakos, he's been all about. He's like, is it really time? Is it really time?
Penn State shocked by UCLA. Is it time to fire James Franklin?
Clint. You guys are more likely to get Mike Gundy.
All I have to say about Franklin is if they fire Franklin, there's only one person they can get, and the initials are U.M. Urban Meyer. He will take Penn State to the promised land.
Yeah, but is he going to leave the sideline?
And his strip club?
And his strip clubs?
Actually, it's called a gentleman's club. And you know what?
My apologies. My apologies.
There's nothing wrong with wanting to meet new people and support women in this economy.
It's
I mean,
called,
that's what
it's called a fashionable cigar lounge.
Yeah.
yeah.
He's an equal opportunity employer.
Yeah, I mean, we want to support women as they ascend the ranks of leadership in this country, and that's what he's doing, and I applaud him for that. Plus, I mean, I don't really care if my coaches go to strip clubs or they do what they do on the side, as long as they're not hurting anybody or engaging in any criminal activity. I say wins matter more than the hookers and the strip clubs.
Well, I guess in the contract, if this were to happen, this is hypothetical because it's not going to, but they would have to say, look, if we sign you to 6 years, you have to say at least 5 before you get migraines. Okay.
That's a good point. That's a very good point. And I mean, look at it this way. There was that movie Pretty Woman in 1990. That guy got a hooker and he was like a billionaire. I mean, why we care about the moral lives of coaches is beyond me, especially when it doesn't involve any type of deceit or criminal conduct. I mean, Urban wants to go to strip clubs, fine. Just win the fucking game. I see Tim Prangley in the chat. Tim
another stalker for Spaz.
Tim is a USC. I'm a USC guy. Tim is a great. He hosts the USC show. Great commentator. Tim. We had some great discussions on that show. Hey, Tim.
Tim, if you want to come up, message Spaz on Twitter or something like that, and we can send you the link. You can come up here and talk about it.
Spaz, there's rumors flying around about you that you actually are not an Oregon fan, and this has all been a hoax, and that you're actually a North Carolina fan. You have my sympathy.
Oh.
There's not even anything. Brutal. There's not even anything to talk about with that game. I had UNC sucks in the beginning of the title, but I was like, well, that's obvious. Jesus, that is a thank you TCU. Thank you TCU for deciding to take control of this game and win it and end this misery that has been a football game that I've been watching.
Oh, I mean, I miss yours too, Tim.
God, thank you.
How'd Minnesota do with Ohio State?
Not good.
Ben,
what?
DM me on Twitter the link because then I could send it to Tim easier that way.
Drop a missile on you? Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're into that, we can do that. And this show is not meant for that, though. I don't know why I have to do all the work. Spaz is in the StreamYard. He has control of this, and I'm still having to do all this work.
I can't get onto Twitter on my computer.
I can't get onto Twitter in my computer because I can get a new system.
Bill Belichick is the Ryan Leaf of college football coaches.
I don't know what is happening with UNC. Sometimes it's rebuild, but Jesus Christ,
this is horrible.
It's the girl. It's the girl. Behind every unsuccessful man is a manipulative woman. He's got the young 26-year-old. He's enamored. I'm telling you, that is affecting him. Look at his interview.
Damn it!
It's bad. Clemson is not that good, and they just made Clemson look really good. I turned that game off about 8 minutes into it. I was like, I'm good. I thought it might be better than that. I thought maybe they'll settle in. Nope. Play one. Trick play, touchdown for Clemson.
No. Belichick is not right for the college ranks, and the girl has got him distracted. And it's like what Mickey said in Rocky, in the first Rocky, women weaken legs. Now we love women, of course, but I'm telling you, I think his relationship is affecting him. See, I tell it like it is. You know, some people don't like to say these things. They like to be, I tell it like it is. And that's the story. And the story is this. You better watch. Ohio State, Oregon are going to be playing for the national championship, and that's going to be one hell of a game.
It's going to be interesting because, there was, all the off-season drama of him and his girl, who apparently, isn't she pregnant or some shit? That doesn't really matter. But then he was like, "Oh no, she's not part of the team," and they kind of like took her off the cameras or whatever and off the sideline. And then you're still getting this experience.
Why will it not let me forward?
Uh,
And what about Florida State? What a disgrace! Playing like
This is bullshit. Why won't?
I don't know. I have a hard time judging Florida State and still Miami to a degree.
yeah, I agree with you.
I have a real hard time doing it. Now Miami shut down Florida State for basically all of that game. I will give them credit for that. But Miami's not exactly coming off of some world beater either.
I agree with you.
I don't know. I'm so hard to judge. Maybe that's a crystal ball thing for us as Duck fans watching Miami and going like.
I think Alabama could be in the mix too.
I tell you, that kid's looking pretty good.
Ty
Simpson.
Ty Simpson, he's looking pretty good.
Yeah, he kind of looks like the guy who was a nerd in grammar school and everyone made fun of him. And now he's grown up and he's getting his revenge.
He had some good moments. He had some good moments and not so great moments during that game.
That's true.
He was kind of 50-50. It was kind of like go big or don't. And a lot of it was his receivers around him that really helped him out, which is what's supposed to happen. That's what's supposed to happen. Whereas for Vanderbilt, Pavia is kind of like he's the big play guy for the most part. And that fumble in the red zone in the second quarter, that really kind of killed Vanderbilt.
Pavia was terrible. 2 interceptions, one in the red zone when they were driving, and I think it was early fourth quarter. He looked like Johnny Manziel when he was playing for the Cleveland Browns. Just very
the problem was Manziel was on the sideline in a Pavia hat.
He was? Oh,
geez. He was. So that was actually the problem. It was the Manziel jinx. They showed him, I believe it was in the first quarter, he was on the sideline in a Pavia hat and stuff.
Yeah, Manziel is the poster child for okay, get drafted high in the NFL and then do everything possibly wrong to screw it up. I mean, that was.
Then go to the CFL and absolutely make still more of a fool of yourself. I watched Manziel's debut in the CFL. He threw 4 interceptions.
I don't get it.
Back-to-back possession, back-to-back possessions. And they pulled him.
And then look at Texas. Texas is the fallen angel of college football.
Thank you. Let's get to the other title of this show. Because Arch Manning is not good. He is a running quarterback who doesn't throw the ball very well and make good decisions. Let's put it that way, at least. He doesn't make good decisions.
Yeah.
And I will tell you, and I wrote this specific note verbatim, and I quote myself, "Hey, ESPN announcers, stop sucking Arch Manning's dick so fucking hard. He throws a pick in the fourth quarter, and you say, hey, he has great fundamentals. He moves well in the pockets. Stop trying to suck the cum and have a cum battle of who can guzzle the most out of Arch Manning because he moves well in the pocket but makes terrible decisions. Shut the fuck up, ESPN. He sucks."
Well, maybe
Thank you.
they think he's attractive.
Have you seen? He looks like a donkey. He looks like a fucking donkey on the sideline, just sitting there, glazed eyes, yeah.
I think that the expectations.
I mean, it's kind of a Manning face, in all fairness, but it's like a Manning face that got inbred.
Oh,
I think.
All right, I'm sorry. That's what every time I see him, I just see donkey face. That's it.
This is the most horrific takedown of Arch Manning I've ever seen. I cannot get on board with this. Arch, we apologize.
I'm clipping this into a short, and you're going to be included in it, and you're going to be like, I agree.
Arch, we apologize for this vicious assault on your existence. But you're right. Well, he's not.
I'm not. He's not good. He's not good. He's overinflated, and I know they kept saying, well, this is his first real road environment test. I'm like, didn't he just play at Ohio State earlier in the year and look like shit too? Now he's at Florida, who is 1-3, by the way, don't give me don't fucking like the ESPN just needed to get off his fucking nuts today.
Yeah.
I think that he can't run Sarkisian's offense. Although I do agree with you generally, despite the violent attack on Arch Manning's existence, I agree with the sentiment that he is not good. And
he's fair to exist in the donkey face that he is and the kind of crappy quarterback situation, but he can exist. That's fine. I'm just telling ESPN to stop showboating him and glorifying him. Just admit it was a miss on a 5-star talent.
Yeah.
Just admit that. It's fine. It happens. It happens. We had a 5-star, remember? He couldn't even make it as a tight end at Tulane. I mean, like, Jesus. Not the first time.
I'll tell you who's a stud is Dante Moore. He is cool under pressure, this guy.
Okay. You can hold on. Let me take my pants off for this, okay? You got me and Spaz will sit here and take this all day long.
If this is going to become soft pornography, then I think we should invite let's see. Natalie Portman.
Oh, Duck cheerleader. I haven't seen her all night.
That'd be hardcore porn. Some of the raunchy things that are being said over down there.
I'm too old to watch porn. I'm 49 years old. I'm more concerned about Social Security and Medicare right now.
Jump 49, you're like, yeah, I got to start planning for that, though. Like, got to get my paperwork in order,
Yeah, I was telling one of my friends, I'm like, you realize it's all downhill from here? That if you think it's bad now, it's just going to get worse. But by the time we're 60, we'll have, 2 limbs missing,
Those damn landmines.
We'll have frequent visits to the operating room. And maybe if we're lucky, I don't know, we'll live till we're 75. That's what I tell Sam, and he's 31. And I'm like, you're already sore? Wait another 5 years. It gets way worse immediately. Yeah, I took a test online that said, am I going to heaven.com? And it said probably. So I'm really concerned now. I just roll the magic 8 balls. Like, am I going to? And it's like, not sure. Try again. Or ask again. It's like, wow, thanks. Yeah, and then I got nostalgic and I called my ex-girlfriend and she only said one word to me. She was like, die, before she hung up. And I thought that was rude. I thought that was unacceptable. As I could have at least got, how you doing? No, die, hang up. It's like, Jesus, I need to stop drinking.
Yeah.
Yes, Tim, I agree. And then she called me back, though, and she said she was sorry. I said, all right, you want to go out and get some dinner? She's like, no, and hung up again. So that was the end of that. Spaz, you gotta help me out here. I'm dying over here trying to make connections, and you're just sitting there insulting me. Coming on.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I just shit. I've been having this stalker lately on this show, and you show up and stalker's not here. Kind of makes you go,
Yay, Trojan Fight, you found us. Yay. Good job, Trojan Fight.
People get upset when they're stalked. Like, I have a stalker. I'm like, you should be grateful that someone cares that much about you.
Thank you. That's what I've always told people when they're like, hey, you need to back off. And then I'm like, wow, I wish someone would follow me. Wait. Okay, never mind. This is sounding weird. Okay, never mind. Shut up. But I do agree. You should be flattered.
Yeah, it's like if someone calls me up and says, Adam, if I can't have you, no one else can. I'm like, damn, I consider that a compliment. Come on over. I want that kind of commitment.
Just don't bring any weapons. No weapons.
Trojans, right? It's the latest Drew Aller dig. He's an absolute disgrace. And Franklin's a disgrace for giving him the ball in the last play. He's overrated. He has the tools, but he doesn't have the, in my opinion, the intangibles. Aller's going nowhere.
What was that? What was that play? That last play?
Yeah, what was that?
It was a read option pull for a QB run up the middle. It was not like original at
On
all. It was
fourth
just
and like 3.
it was 4th and 2 or 3, for the game. It was like what play? That was like just the most generic play call ever. And UCLA basically just sold out, knowing it was going to be a run up the middle of some sort. And yeah, it was.
I mean, their offensive play calling the last 2 weeks has cost them 2 games.
Yeah, so if you're Penn State and you're lining up and you see like UCLA has everybody on their team in the fucking box, maybe audible and throw the ball, fade, maybe at least you'll risk a pass interference penalty if it's not caught. But no, they don't do that. Happy Valley is unhappy Valley. That's why I didn't go to Penn State. I thought about attending there when I was. Nope. They're going to be mediocre. Their best days are behind them. Joe Paterno was the best coach that'll ever exist at Penn State. They'll never be better than they were under Joe Pa. And Joe Paterno, we salute you. Okay. Even though what happened with Sandusky was horrible, you were not to be held responsible for that, because if anybody knew the facts, they would know that Paterno did alert the authorities. The statue should still be up there. It's still up in my house. And I hope people will realize that Joe Paterno was one of the best coaches in history.
No, he still will be known as one of the best coaches in history, even if people don't want to talk about it. And Unhappy Valley is only unhappy because after that whole incident, they got rid of mandatory shaving. So it's like a wild bush down there, and that's why it's unhappy. You know?
Well, yeah.
Like all natural.
I never understood why people grew beards.
Because they're sexy.
And then I always wonder the people who have goat tees. It's like, are you just undecided?
Generally, if people want to have goatees, it means they can't even grow a beard, so they just kind of compensate with just the goatee.
Oh, well, all right.
Usually, like they'll be like really patchy or something like that, and they'll be like, yeah, you know.
Hey, whatever makes you happy. You know, people always ask me these days, what do you think of transgender people? I say, hey, if they're happy, they're happy. Why do I care? You know, just be happy and shut the fuck up.
And leave me alone. I'm from Jersey.
Stop judging people. You know, just if they're happy, they're happy. Now, Drew Aller's not happy. And I'll tell you, Ohio State is going to be in for a loss. Ohio State is not as good as people think. They are going to lose a game. I don't know if it's going to be – it's not going to be Penn State, but do they have any road games that are in any way competitive?
Let me see. I thought you were going to say it was going to be Penn State because Penn State's going to wake up and be like pissed off, and that's the game they'll win or something like that. So I was like, yeah, except that would be I like that call. Let's see, Penn State damn, I told her to pull up Ohio State. I told her to pull up Ohio State's schedule. Let's see. Ohio State has next week at Illinois, then at Wisconsin. Then home Penn State, at Purdue, UCLA at home, Rutgers at home, and then at Michigan.
Yeah, Troy 5 just said, Troy, I think Illinois could give them some trouble. I think Michigan, depends on how Bryce Underwood keeps developing. I don't think he's there yet, but Michigan could give them a problem. I think they're going to lose one of those two. Everyone mouths off at Ohio State's defense. All right, who have they played? Who has Ohio State played?
No one really. I mean, Texas, but Texas is from that game. I said Texas is not great, and it came to fruition today. Texas is not that good.
Tim, I would say Drew Aller over Garrett. I would pick Drew Aller rather than Garrett. Ohio State defense is legit. I mean, they are legit. They are a national championship contender, no question. I just want to see Ohio State get challenged a bit. I would like to see them play a team that.
They haven't really been challenged yet this year.
I mean, Texas, we thought would challenge them, but Arch Manning is just not. I don't know if Arch Manning is going to develop into a great quarterback, but he's not a great.
Texas's defense was the only reason they were in that game.
Yeah, Texas has great defense.
It's all right. Let's put it that way, because Florida was running up and down the field for the most part on Texas, like all day long. So they were okay, but.
But against Ohio State,
Manning is not a great Manning is not a great.
Well, and I have a couple of friends that I talk to on a regular basis that are Texas fans, and they both said that today it wasn't on Arch. Today it was on their defense.
No, it was still on Arch because he sucks.
But I'm just saying, these are people that the last month have been, Arch needs to figure something out. Arch needs to clean his shit up. Whatever. Today they said he still got work, but it wasn't on him specifically. It was more so on the defense. They said their defense had their worst game of the year. And they did.
I mean, DJ Lagway didn't play bad after throwing 5 interceptions against LSU. But one thing I'll say about Ohio State that's really amazing. Last year, Ohio State wins the national championship with a veteran-laden team, and they lose a tremendous amount of players. Yet they come back this year and are still elite. That is something to say about Ryan Day and his staff and their recruiting.
And Tim brings up a valid point here about him being wrong about Matt Patricia. I mean, what does that say about the Patriots? Matt Patricia defense, Tom Brady offense, Bill Belichick was just the guy standing there holding the clipboard.
It's amazing.
Without Patricia, without Brady, he hasn't done nothing.
And yeah, it's amazing how you can see teams do this plug and play someone different. And that also says a lot about the head coach, you know, in all fairness. Because like last year, there was the thing after the Oregon game, Ryan Day told Jim Knowles, hey, you got to fucking strip this down. Let's go back to basics or whatever, especially after the Michigan thing. Like, let's go back to basics and revamp this. Because when you're giving up this many points or losing like that or whatever, especially the Oregon game when you give them that many points, I think he said, this is how we're going to run things to Patricia in a way. And Patricia said, okay. So I think also you have to credit Ryan Day for being the man in charge and having his hands in it. Even though Ryan Day is a very offensive-minded guy, I think he's kind of learned those lessons, whereas now you're seeing at Penn State, Jim Knowles, I think they spent everything they had against Oregon, which worked fairly well for the most part. They still lost. Drew Holler. And then they went to poor old UCLA and they got actually shredded, you know. So
I mean,
you got to give credit to Ryan Day. You got to give credit to Ryan Day also with that.
And what's going on with one question I would have for Tim? What's going on with D'Anton Lynn? I mean,
269.
USC's got a tremendous amount of talent, but the defense, I mean, especially against Illinois, yikes.
That's a great question actually, because there was after Illinois got their ass absolutely beat without trouble by Indiana, I was like, dude, even at home against USC will probably shred them, and all Illinois did was pummel that USC front. And I kind of looked at things. I've looked over the last couple of games after that, and I was like, has their defense gotten worse in year 2 under Lynn somehow? Because last year it was a vast improvement. Year 1 under D'Anton Lynn. And then year 2, it's like just got worse. I know they had some injuries, and I know USC had a couple injuries on defense, but like everyone said, it's like that's not an excuse. Every team has an injury, but like the defense as a whole has gotten worse.
If I had to guess, I would say that D'Anton Lynn does not have the personnel on defense. That he just isn't. Maybe it's in the probably in the secondary. He doesn't have the elite enough players. That's my guess, because he's a great coach. But Tim could speak to that more than I can.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why I found it interesting, because it seemed like they've regressed somehow. And I know maybe missing a player or two, like injury or whatever, but you think you'd identify these things. And it's just Trojan fight. I was going to say this too is.
Did I squint?
No. It's not that. You just skipped before we were done talking about it. But that's okay.
I thought we were.
God damn it. See, this is what happens when you give Spaz control of the screen. Now he's Tim in the background, like switching chats. And I'm like, I want to beat your ass. I swear to God.
Kill him. Trojan Fight brings up a great point, or an interesting point. Alex Grinch all of a sudden has a UCF defense looking pretty good. So that makes me think, you know what? We overemphasize coaching too much. You need the players. I mean, think about it. If I was the coach of the Chicago Bulls in 1988, they would have won the NBA championship too. You know?
And this is a great point. That this is.
They were saying.
Go ahead, Spaz. Go ahead.
Like they were saying, going back to the Jim Knowles at the same time, is like they lost Abdul Carter and who was the other defensive guy that went to the NFL from Penn State's defense last year?
Oh, are you talking like top like 3 rounds?
Yeah. Adam, who was the other guy that Penn State got drafted?
Oh shit.
I forget the name. I know who you're talking about.
Let me. I'll Google it.
Maybe it was 87. Then it was one of those years the Bulls won it.
There was 2 of them. There was Carter and one other one, and they said that because of that, that's caused holes in the defense, even though Knowles is now running it.
So by AI, it was Abdul Carter, number 3 overall, Kevin Winston, the safety, round 3, and then Kobe King, round 6, linebacker.
Yeah, so they lost 2 of their linebackers, plus they lost Warren and a couple other places. So they lost guys that helped them get to the semifinals last year that they don't have to replace in their line this year, and that's made a big difference. The last 2 weeks they've given up 450 yards on the ground.
Well, this is though when we're calling like this, what Trojan Fight's talking about too, is because I haven't watched a ton of UCF games. I was watching one of theirs. They did lose it. I think it was against Kansas State. They actually looked good. They were holding Kansas State scoreless for most of the first half, and then they look good. And again, I think this kind of comes down to like with coaching. So like Ryan Day giving a compliments, having a little more hand in on the defense and not just letting the defense coordinator do what he wants, saying, hey, why not this game plan? Why not this one? And holding him accountable kind of more than just letting him run amok. I think that's kind of what maybe Scott Frost is doing with Alex Grinch, or vice versa, and not having hands on it. I don't know. Or Alex Grinch just has the right guys that fit his scheme, kind of like what Tim is saying. Like, if he has the right guys, maybe it's hit or miss. I don't know. But so far, it's not been bad at UCF with Alex Grinch.
Well, except today he lost to lowly Kansas.
Lowly Kansas. I wouldn't call Kansas lowly.
With their 18th year quarterback.
Kansas.
I believe he's in his 18th year of college eligibility.
Well, that's more the reason why they should have lost to Kansas. That guy has got like a lifetime experience.
Mangino. We need Big Mangino back. And Troy 5. You said 91 the Bulls' first one. Okay, I believe that, and therefore it shows you my age is affecting my memory. But we want Mangino back. He likes the donuts and he likes the W's. Bring him back.
I'm just saying, I think it's interesting that some coaches can replace certain coaches, like position coaches. It'll work really well, and other times it really you reset almost. So it's.
Well, let's talk about another definitely going to be top 10 team, guys, this coming week. Obviously, they went into Houston and just absolutely pancaked an undefeated Houston team. Was the Texas Tech Red Raiders.
Are you talking the Houston team that had to beat Oregon State by 3 last week?
Did they crush Houston?
Yes.
Yeah, 35-11.
Yeah, I turned it off finally.
I turned it off when Houston, on their first possession, did a backwards lateral on the first pass. I'm like, they're a disgrace. They're not winning this game. Houston is a city that's spread out. I should have known at that point. I'm like, yeah, teams from cities that are spread out all over the place never win anything.
Hey, I live in Houston, North Houston, quite a ways from the Cougar Stadium. I've been there once, though.
It may be a wonderful city, but I heard it's too spread out. You know what?
It's shit. No, it's shit. It's like, where are you in Houston? I'm here. It's like, oh, how far is that? Oh, it's like 5 miles. You're like, okay, I'll be there in 45 minutes.
Exactly. Another city I wasn't too fond of was Dallas. I liked Austin, but Dallas,
Dallas the same way because it's DFW, so it's one of the biggest metropolitan. It's Dallas, Fort Worth, and all the mid cities, and it's shit. But Texas Tech is looking good, but Texas Tech is still in the Big 12, and the Big 12 is not great when their front runner got embarrassed by Cincinnati today. Also,
ugh.
Yeah.
What was that? I saw the score. I wasn't watching the game.
Texas Tech is now the leader in the Big 12. They're undefeated.
Yeah, it was that was embarrassing to see when I was like, looking at the score. I'm like, how is Cincinnati beating the shit out of Iowa State?
And Iowa lost today too, right?
Iowa State.
Did Virginia beat Louisville? Because last time I checked, it was
yes.
Virginia beat Louisville in overtime, I believe it was
33-30.
Yeah, Miller Moss not having the season I thought he would.
No.
Did Iowa play today? I don't think Iowa.
I think they were on a bye.
I'm thinking of Iowa State.
Yeah, I was like, I don't think Iowa played it, but Iowa State lost. They did make a comeback, but they still lost 38-30. But that first half was abysmal for Iowa State.
Yeah, and Minnesota got crushed.
Yes.
Mississippi State, no good.
Oregon State lost at App State, another cross-country trip.
Hey,
Appalachian State? Oh.
Yeah.
They're desperate to schedule teams.
I said it today. I said, is UCLA or Oregon State going to get the win first, their first win first? And who would have thunk it would be UCLA with the daunted Penn State Nittany Lions coming into the Rose Bowl? Who would have thought that?
I would have picked Oregon State because they were like a 1.5 to 2 point underdog at App State. So I would have said they definitely would have been like at least potentially get the win. Oh, thank God. Now we can actually talk football. All right. Well, let's talk about the game of the day. Let's talk about the game of the day that no one watched. Unfortunately.
Which one?
The Air Force Falcons versus the Navy Midshipmen.
What happened?
Navy takes over and wins 34-31.
Ooh.
A high scoring game. Do you want to know what the actual offensive output was for both teams?
Yes.
517 to 460 yards.
Jesus.
Oh, passing. 339 passing yards to 249 passing yards. These are military academy schools, people. If you don't remember the games where they used to be, you'd be like, they threw for 50 yards? Damn.
It always shocks me. These kids at these military academies, they're focused on being in the military. They're not focused on football. But they managed to put together teams that are competitive, reasonably competitive every year. You got to give them credit.
Oh, yeah. After I did basic training and AIT, I wasn't doing college work. And then to be doing all your other stuff and football. No, you got to be fully invested. But I saw the highlights of this and I was like, damn.
Yeah, I got to watch that. I mean, I actually, Parris Island used to have a civilian Marine boot camp for civilians who wanted to check it out. I was thinking about doing it, but then when I watched the video, I decided against it because I was like, people yell at you and they scream at you and they make you do things like run under, like get on your crawl.
They make you do things.
And then they're like, you have to like get on a rope and climb up some wall. And I'm like, dude, I'll fall down and I'll break something. I always wanted to experience like what boot camp was like, but I don't think so anymore.
No, I think you get past a certain, unless you have that mentality like you've done it before. I think after a certain point in time in life, then you go, no.
They
Hell
have
no,
like,
I don't want to deal with that. You
they
know?
have like a bar in boot camp where, like, on the weekends you can booze it up to get away from the grind.
No. Well, not military boot camp. No,
No,
no. You can't drink. You can't smoke.
I
Well, I don't know
Yeah.
like these days, but with our certain political office now, they probably took it back a little more hardcore or made it go back because for a while it was getting pathetic.
Really?
Dealing with new
So-
recruits coming in, it was like we had cell phones. I was talking about girlfriends. Like you had phones. What?
How long does Dion survive in Colorado going 2-4?
He's not going to get fired. He's going to leave.
His best chance was to leave last year. Why would someone take a coach that obviously let off 2 players? They're gone, and then you suck again. Like that's not a good coach.
And he's got all these Warren Sapp and Terrell Owens.
Great players do not necessarily make great coaches.
That is true.
Well, okay, then let's say next year he has a good season. Then you'd have to look at his track record and go, okay, shit, good, shit, good.
Yeah.
Is that what we want to expect from our franchise, or do we want to expect good consistently? You know, like so. You kind of maybe fucked yourself by not leaving last year.
Yeah. I mean, it's all about recruiting. Recruiting is what makes teams great. I mean, coaches are not, as in my opinion, do not have as big of a role. And I don't think that Colorado is going to get the kind of recruits that are going to give them depth and consistently sustainable success.
I think Dion likes making the splash recruits here and there, but he just he's a transfer guy. He's a transfer portal guy. That's what he's shown to be. I know he was trying to rebuild the program quick, but the recruiting, I mean, it's not like it's bad necessarily, but you know, I mean, it's like I'd have to look at what last year's was or this upcoming projection year was, but it's, you know, top 30s at least.
Yeah.
So it's not atrocious or anything. Yeah, it's not like awful, but he goes after the transfer guys to plug and play.
That goofball Dabo, who, you know, refusing to entertain the portal as a source of players. I don't know what would possess him to do that. Now his Clemson team looks kind of like not really a contender for the ACC title.
Reincarnated dog crap.
Well, that's a crude way of putting it. But nonetheless, Spaz eating watermelon.
That is culturally insensitive and inappropriate, Spaz, for this show. I will not put up with that type of content on this channel.
What do they say?
I'm appalled.
How dare you?
Is that Greta Thunberg or something?
Yeah.
It's Thunberg, I think, if you want to be
Thunberg.
correct. What a cunt.
Spaz, there's 2 types of people in the world. There's people who eat watermelon with the pits in them, and then there's the smart people who eat them without the pits. Please tell us which are you.
Without.
There you go. My ex-girlfriend used to say, I eat them with the pits because I like it. And I said, you know what? This relationship isn't for me. You not only do that, but you prefer it. I'm like, you know what? That's it. We'll get a divorce.
Your girlfriend, you got a divorce? Is that legal?
No, we didn't get a divorce, but she wanted to get married. I'm like, no, there were too many red flags. One of them was she's like, I prefer the watermelon with the pits. So I like to spit them out. And I'm like, you know what? There's something that's just doesn't sound right about that. So, like, you know, why would you get something with pits in them when you don't have to? It's like, why would you take a harder road?
We could go for like 2 hours like this. We really could. This is too easy. This is too easy of a conversation to have.
She's the kind of
What
person
about poor old Diego Pavia today?
he was a disgrace. Unforced errors by this guy. I mean, just 2 terrible throws and a fumble. I mean, you're not going to win like that on the road in Tuscaloosa. I mean, they could have won the game if they played well. They didn't play well.
Well, I said the fumble at the end of the first half. They would have gone up 14-7.
Yeah.
Or they would have gone.
That was big.
No, they would have gone 21-7, I believe.
Or 21. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, they would have gone 21-7. Then Alabama stormed down the field in like 35 seconds or whatever to tie it, or a minute or whatever it was. And I was like, yeah, that just put a lot of pressure on
That
them.
was your shot. Yep.
That was one of those games where Vanderbilt just couldn't get it together. Like they were close, but they just couldn't put together the drives they needed. They couldn't make the plays, and it was frustrating for them. But it also says something about Alabama. As good as Alabama may be, they were in a fight for a while at home, and I'm still not sold on Alabama. I think they're going to lose another game at least.
I'm not sold on even Georgia, for instance. I know they lost to Alabama. They were a dogfight with Kentucky at home. Kentucky's been a dumpster fire for a couple of years.
Georgia it's mental with Georgia. They have the talent, but what I saw against Alabama is that they were playing scared in the first half. Now they came out in the second half and they were much improved, but I mean, again, they made uncharacteristic errors, just like they did against Notre Dame in the playoff last year, fumbling the ball in the red zone, allowing that huge kickoff return. Something's not right with Georgia.
Well, in all fairness, that was like Gunnar Stockton's first actual start.
I think he's overrated.
So, you're going to give him a little benefit of the doubt on the offense in that game. But, yeah, mistakes. Well, how's Rutgers doing, by the way? We'll be talking to you, I believe, not this week, but next week.
You won't, because Rutgers has officially canceled their football program, and they've decided to dedicate all of the money from the football program to astrophysics, because they decide to play. They decide to play Iowa and go up 28-24 in the fourth quarter, and then they just decide to lose the game. They go up to Minnesota and make PJ Fleck look like Tom Landry, and that. For God's sake. And Greg Schiano, I mean, I love Greg Schiano, but he kind of looks like, James Gandolfini in The Sopranos. It's just at the end of the day, you're going to get caught, and it's not going to work out for you. And they got caught against Iowa. They got caught against Minnesota. And now they have Oregon, Penn State, Washington, and Ohio State coming up. Rest in peace, Rutgers, in loving memory. Rutgers, born September 1st, 2025, died September 30th, 2025.
Ouch.
Damn.
And they're going
Short
to
life.
Ferguson.
Ooh, let's check in real quickly. Live update as the Duke Blue Devils are at the Calgorism with
Where?
3 at the Calgorism.
Oh.
The Cal Golden Bears.
Yeah, I figured you meant. Cal Berkeley is an academic school.
They're called the Calgorism. It is with 3 minutes and 30 seconds left in the second quarter. It is 21-21.
That means both teams are playing like shit on defense. I mean,
yeah, pretty much because both quarterbacks are 11 of 13 for 148 yards on a TD, and 13 of 17 for 168 yards with a TD and 1 pick.
see, let me tell you,
They're basically untouchable.
there's only one.
Saliapaga is probably the freshman quarterback of the year at this point.
At least in the ACC.
True
sure.
freshman for sure.
There's only one secret to having a very good defense, and Miami shows this. You have to have a defensive front that can get pressure on the quarterback, and that disrupts everything. It helps your secondary, and Miami's got it. They were harassing. What do they call him? Castellano. Is that what they call him? That's his name now. Castellano. Yeah.
Yeah, the kid from BC.
Which, by the way, they only won by 6. Miami.
Yeah, Castellano sounds like a low-level mafia guy who, when the going gets rough, they whack him because he's disposable. And that's how he's playing. He played good in the first few games, but very inconsistent.
Well, he kind of always was. I mean, at least at BC, he definitely was.
Yeah, and he has better players around him. But Florida State is who we thought they were, as a famous coach once said. Miami is legit, but I don't think Miami's going to win. I just don't think that Miami has is as good as advertised. I think that they're going to go into the quarterfinals and lose.
Well, let's see. Like, who does Miami have? Because I mean, when I say ACC,
That's what I'm looking at now.
This was their hardest test, I think, because they have Louisville, Stanford, at SMU, Syracuse, NC State, at Virginia Tech, at Pitt.
Jesus, that's an easy
At
schedule.
Virginia Tech in November could be very interesting.
I'm waiting for them to lose to Stanford. That would be the funniest traumatic
Mario,
experience, Mario.
That would be the Mario Cristobal experience. We could call out the voodoo dolls on that one.
Wait, is Cristobal the guy who ran the ball when he should have knelt it and they fumbled?
Twice. He did that twice. Once at Oregon and once at Miami.
Once at Oregon against Stanford that blew their shot of having an undefeated season.
What a jerk.
Which cost him.
No, that wasn't for the undefeated season, but he lost that game because of that. But then he did it against Georgia Tech at Miami, and Georgia Tech scored in like 13 seconds to win.
What a jerk.
Yeah, you're thinking of the year that we lost to Arizona State.
That was when Dennis Dixon got injured.
No, that was Arizona. Arizona State was Mario Cristobal against Herm Edwards, where Jalen Daniels was throwing all over the yard.
Yeah.
The Stanford game, that was a different year, but it was one of those ones where you're like, really?
Dude,
it was just one of those moments where you're like,
Oregon, the one thing that's plagued Oregon throughout its history has been lack of a good defense. They have a good defense this year. And I don't know. I've never been to Outson Stadium, but that place I hear is the loudest fucking place. But they have a good defense, and I'm telling you, Oregon is gonna be in. I think they're gonna be in the national championship game.
If we lose it, I'd rather not be. I can't take a third. Title loss.
That would just crush my soul.
Ohio State. Yeah, the only team
I'd rather lose the game before at least and be like, well, we were almost there, you know.
Yeah, we almost got there. Next year we jumped. Yet next year's the year.
You have a great coach. I mean, he's just one of the best.
Yeah, Dan's pretty insane.
Oh, a tweet of the week I will bring up later on Spaz this week on our Tuesday show. Multiple sources confirming interest from multiple coaches, including Dan Lanning, to take the Arkansas job. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. No one wants the Arkansas job.
There's no way in hell he does that.
No.
No one wants that job.
There's no way.
He didn't take Bama when Saban retired. He ain't taking shit.
The problem with people like Dan Lanning, though, is people like that are always looking for the next challenge. So if he achieves success at Oregon, that's going to be the worst thing for Oregon because he's going to leave. He's going to want to climb a new mountain. That's the problem with coaches like that.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. He's not Jed Fish who leaves every 2 years somewhere.
No.
So Washington fans, don't get used to it because as soon as potentially, I was going to say as soon as Florida opens up, Jed Fish will be gone if they want him. But Napier is
every time you think
he's fucking
Napier's
done,
dead, he rises from the ashes, from out of the depths of hell, and pulls off these wacko fucking nobody thought of wins and saves his job.
I thought he was
year.
I thought he was the complete opposite of James Franklin until James Franklin lost to UCLA today. But originally it was big game James Franklin. You know, he can't win the big ones. Billy Napier couldn't win the simple ones, but Billy Napier could win the ones he's not supposed to win.
That's so true.
He does it all the time.
Yes, Trojan fight. Yeah, he's from Missouri.
I think James Franklin should be a priest. And to me, he looks like a priest.
That may be where he needs to retire and just like go to like calm his mind and like
that look with him today. And they panned like a couple of different. They went to commercial break and came back, and James Franklin is still standing there.
Again, he looked like Ryan Day after the Michigan game
Like,
last year, where he was just stunned. Like, what
he
is
didn't
happening
know
right now?
what the fuck to say, what to do. He was players would come by, he'd slap him on the, he'd like, slap him on the head.
I don't have
And then
I don't have the whole number or the attendance numbers, but just by what I saw and heard, it sounded like there were more people at the Northwestern game against Oregon than at the UCLA game against Penn State in the Rose Bowl.
there were more tarps in the stands at UCLA than there were fans.
Well, that's normal. It was tarp off like 2/3 of the stadium.
I know. Well, listen, folks, I'm going to run because I don't want to overstay my welcome. My friends always say I'm good in small doses. So I am going to abide by that and head out for the night so I can retain some degree of credibility.
Until next week.
Until next week.
Tito's vodka. I should name if I ever have a son, I'm going to name him Tito. After the vodka. What a thing to say. But
So the game tickets for the Oregon game are $109.
Listen, guys, I'll take care of it. Don't you worry about it. I'm from New Jersey. It's in 2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
All right. So I'll be in touch.
All right, buddy.
Take care, Adam.
Don't blame me if you lose.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'll take you out to a nice Italian restaurant. We'll be in touch. Thanks for having me on, guys.
All right, buddy.
All right, Adam. All right, everyone. That's Adam over there at the Voice of College Football Rutgers channel. I was talking Rutgers football. I don't know why I'm saying Rutgers football, but it's the best I can do right now.
I had a question.
What? Did you just raise your hand?
Yeah.
What are you, 5 years old?
Does Adam get fired from the Voice of College Football?
That's what I was thinking. When you said that earlier, you texted me and you're like, I set up twice with him next week. And I was like, it took me about 20 minutes and I was kind of like, wait. That thought came across my mind. I was like, is this going to go over well on his end? I thought it was funny though. I got a huge kick out of it.
Get Jeffrey. Where the hell are these guys?
Jeffrey said he would come on tonight if he had time. I don't know what he's doing. He might be doing another show, maybe with Austin or whatever, and Jackson. They do their own thing over there. But yeah, we should have Jeffrey on talking Indiana on Tuesday. You're welcome, Troy. I locked his little ass down today. That sounded wrong. That came out terrible. That's what I figured too. Yeah, that's what I figured. He said he's live right now. I'm like, that's what I figured.
Oh, is he? Okay.
I was like, yeah, I figured he's doing.
And Jeffrey and Will. Yeah, where's Will?
I don't know. I sent him a message earlier, but
he might be doing the Notre Dame stuff.
Well, Notre Dame's game ended a long time ago. But yeah, possibly. Again, it's Saturday night. Normally we've done this on Sunday nights, so Saturdays are kind of different. I just don't like doing Monday Night Lives on my channel because by then I'm fucking tired. How much longer does Bob Stoops last at UK? At Kentucky.
That's another good one.
What is Kentucky's record right now? It is abysmal. I'm sure. I
think it's 2-4.
Is it? That sounds about right. Let's see. Where's Kentucky? It should be up here at the top somewhere. They just played Georgia. Where the fuck is it? Kentucky. God, they're so there they are.
2-3.
2-3, yes. Although didn't they just sign him for a new deal like a couple years ago?
I don't know.
Like they had a good season just a couple years ago, didn't they? I want to say they did just a couple years ago. Let me see. 2023 then? 2023, 1, 2, 3,
So Paglia is getting murdered.
4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah.
Seven pressures, 3 sacks, an interception. He's having to run for his life.
Oh, never mind. Kentucky has had really a good year for a while. Never mind. 2022, there were 7 wins. Oh, 2021. 2021 is when they had their good year. It was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 wins. 2021. It's Bob Stoops, right? Is it Bob? Or is it no? That's Mark.
It's Mark.
Mark Stoops. Sorry, Bob Stoops was the DC at Arizona for a long time, and then the co-DC he went to Oklahoma, right?
I think, yeah.
For a little bit under Mike Stoops. Goddamn family fucking coaching. I can't keep track of all the Stoops.
Troy, is it Jeffrey and Austin right now live?
Probably. Or maybe Jackson too. The 3 of them do their own show too. I think that's on Sunday nights usually, but could be wrong. I don't.
I know. I think it's Austin and Jackson do a kind of a version like this, what we do on their side for like the SEC and some of the bigger games. They do it like a Saturday night recap. Yep. Yeah.
So they're gargling the SEC balls.
Yeah. SEC and ACC.
Oh, gross.
Because Austin's ACC.
Yes. He's Louisville.
We should go over and crash their show.
Ooh, is there Troy, can you drop the link for the show right now, and I will repost it as a hyperlink, and then we can all go over there and crash it. We could end this bitch and just go over there and crash it. I'd be down for that for like 10 minutes, just like invade. Kind of like someone did at our show on Tuesday night, where we were like, who the fuck are all these people?
Right?
They came in and just started talking shit for like 10 minutes and then left. And we're like, what was that? Like, where did you come from? You can copy and paste the link. I will then repost it as a hyperlink, Troy. You can copy and paste the link. It will allow you to do that. It just won't be hyperlinked. I will then copy and paste and hyperlink it. I just don't have that open right now, so I can take care of it though.
Are they on Discord or?
No, I'm sure they're on. I'm sure they're on YouTube. I don't have that open, and so it'd be easier if it just went that way. It's real quick. Yeah, you can drop links. It just won't be hyperlinked, but I can do it then. I can just copy and paste it, and I can drop it back real quick. But this has been a kind of a boring weekend of college football. There were a few really good games, and then there were kind of like, again, the morning slot was just forgettable. Really forgettable. I'm just waiting on see if Troy knows how to do copy paste. I don't know what channel they're on. Are they on Austin's? Are they on Jackson's? Jeffrey's? I don't know what channel they're on. I'm subbed to like all of them, but just because they're live doesn't mean it pops up all the time if I refresh. You didn't drop the link. All right, Troy, what channel is it? Is it Austin's? Is it Jeffrey's? Is it Jackson's? There's no link showing up. Maybe I can't. Okay, got it. Now it popped up. I refreshed like 3 times. Now it popped up. Oh, okay. Well, it's multicasting with Austin on his live right now.
So if I go here,
So, yes. Yes.
now we know it's Adam. Now
I'll
we know it's Adam because he
It
just
is.
left.
That's why he's like, I can't stay too long. I'm getting a boner for Spaz. I gotta go talk dirty to him in chat. Troy, I'll look into this. This could be a thing on this channel where maybe there's a block on people dropping links, even though it's not hyperlinked. I'll look in the YouTube settings. It could be a YouTube setting on this channel. I'll look into it. I believe that you're dropping it, but yeah, it's probably something in
That's
my
week 3.
it's probably something in my thing.
I'm looking in his goddamn, because he usually drops all the links and there's no links.
Yeah, I have it on Austin's right now. Sports Talk with Austin. I'm about to drop it. It's on with Sports and they're live right now with Jackson. Sports Austin and Jackson are live. It's just through his channel. I'll drop it here in the chat in a second. Where is that link? There it is. All right. So, Spaz, we're gonna go over there and crash it out, I guess. Oh, never mind. Hold on. I got to redo this too. I dropped it. There's a setting in YouTube because I just dropped it, and I'm not on the Quacking Off channel. So let me re-drop it here myself because it just didn't post it for me either. So Troy's not lying here. Let me Spaz. Do you have any other? No, it's because there's a setting in YouTube. If I'm not logged into the account, you have to be an account holder. Apparently, that's how it's doing it right now. Troy, this type of language is not appropriate. It's not appropriate unless you're talking about Spaz that way. Okay, not appropriate. Spaz, do you have any other final thoughts, real quick, on this weekend? Because again, the morning games to me were shit. Penn State sucks, and yeah.
Yeah, I think that pretty much covers it.
I think so too.
Figure out how to.
So here it is, everyone. There we go. Volume. Yeah, it's there's some sort of sensor on this. I'll fix it in the background of YouTube. Go over there real quick and tell them the Quacking Off channel, not the Quacking, because I can't type correctly. Go tell them the Quacking Off channel sent you over there. Crash their party over there, Jackson and Austin, real quick. And Spaz, and how about this? Until tomorrow night on my channel, Exploring Ben. Let's get the fuck out of here then.
Yeah, we'll go. Are we gonna go on live with them, or are we just gonna go in chat?
We're just gonna go stalk them.
Oh, we're gonna go stalk them in chat. Okay.
Yeah. And everyone, I'll see you tomorrow night here or on my channel, Exploring Ben and Sam, for the late night show if you want to come and drink. Spaz, Tuesday night we'll be doing Indiana preview, right?
Yes, with Jeffrey.
And game days there, right? I'm sorry, you put a banner up.
Oh yeah,
Look at
we
that.
almost forgot. Yeah, and there's a couple parameters, extensions to that. Can we put them up? Josh Pate, I need Quick Trip out for my gas. I only need $40. $40 will get me there. Unlike the guy from Bama Duck fan or whatever that Josh Pate paid all his gas to come out here last year
Oh,
for
right.
a game
Right.
and is doing it again for next Saturday. Same dude. So I'm only asking for $40 cash, Josh Pate. And Pat McAfee, I'm one of your biggest fans. I watch you every day, religiously, Monday through Friday. If I don't have anything going on, I watch the Pat McAfee show. I watch you commentate it on Monday Night Raw. Congratulations on coming back, which was just announced the other night. You're coming back to Monday Night Raw. Good for you. And dude, I got to meet you. I got to have a drink with you. Oregon's my town. I just need a ticket into the game. I'm not like the girl this morning that needed Kirk Herbstreit to throw a dime from 33 yards out through the goalpost on a missile and made Pat McAfee have to give up $300,000 to this girl because she couldn't kick a football except to hit Pat McAfee in the side of the head with it.
Well, what I would do is say, hey, I don't want to be in your kickoff contest, but if I kick a 30-yard field goal or 32, whatever it is, you could just give me $60 for fuel.
No, I just want into the game, man. I don't even need to kick a fucking field goal.
Okay,
Just buy my ticket. Buy me a general admission ticket. I'll go sit on my 88 platform. So $200, gentlemen.
You have media pass.
I can't get into that game.
You
It's
have a
out.
media pass. I'm just saying you have a media pass. Though.
Yeah, but I can't get into that game.
Well,
I'm gonna see if I can get just if they'll maybe give me a general admission. But I knew I wouldn't get anything for Media Row because too big of a game. There's not enough. There's only like 40 spots up there.
yeah. I know it's a big game too. So, well, that's more exciting than Tuesday night when we do the preview.
Yeah.
We do the
So
preview.
everybody, please tweet Pat McAfee and help him get me in the game, and tweet Josh Pate for my gas money.
That's right. Get you $40-$50 at least.
Yeah. Tickets are right now a minimum of $150, and they're only going to go up for the next 3 or 4 days from here.
Oh yeah, yeah. Especially as we start seeing lines come out for sure.
And it's just a GA get in the gate, stand the whole time ticket.
Yeah.
I got people on all my Oregon Duck sites selling tickets for the minimum of $175 a pop, and right now $350 a pair, and they're only going to go up from here.
Yeah. It's not surprising. It's not surprising. It's going to be a good game. Another big game. Game day will be there. So it'll be fun.
I've never done a game day experience, guys. I just want to do it once. And I don't give a shit. I'll drive down. Me and my buddy will drive down, and we'll leave here at midnight. Because, again, that's another double game with the Beavers. They're playing at 12:30, but nobody goes to their games anymore.
Well, then Spaz, remind everyone in the description of this video, there's also a link for your Cash App if they want to help maybe drop $1 or $2 here and there. It'll all go towards your gas money. Normally we'll split any type of funding or donations that people give. We don't ask for them. If you want to do it, they're generous, that's cool. But in this sense, if everyone wanted to do it $1 or $2, it will all go towards Spaz's fuel trips. His gas money, we will not split or even try to do that. I won't even bother, because if it can get to the game, that'd be awesome. It's not going to do anything for me.
No, but I can report back to the channel and bring insight from in the game. And yeah, it's always good. Oh, Jesus.
You got to work for that shit, Spaz. Come on now. No one
Well,
gives you free money without a show. Not on this channel though. Maybe tomorrow night. On the,
Yeah, maybe tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night, if O'Duck Cheerleader is willing to give a donation, I will allow Spaz to do something that will not get me kicked off YouTube.
But we can have a little dance party.
There we go. Okay. He can't afford Klondike bars. He gets the fucking knockoff Walmart shit. You're talking about? Get out of here, Troy. All right. Let's listen to this shit. But everyone, we'll see you Tuesday night. Go over here though. Hit that link up there. Let's go crash a party. Tell them the quack sent you, and just confuse them and ruin their conversation. Disrupt them like you do me, and make them sidetrack like you do Spaz. Next week will be a fun week of football. Other than that, Spaz, I guess we'll see everyone tomorrow night on my channel here for the Happy Hour Hangout, and then we'll see everyone back here on the Quacking Off channel for Tuesday night for the Indiana preview.
It won't let me comment.
Oh no. I wonder why. You have been banned. What won't let you comment? Now you're clicking comment. What are you trying to do?
I was trying to go over there, but I'm on there on my phone.
You can't click on StreamYard. Yeah, that's not the same. StreamYard is not a hyperlink.
Oh, so I have to go into our show.
Yes, there you go. Spaz is figuring it out. All right, everyone. We'll see you all Tuesday for the Indiana show. We get out of here before this shit just self-destructs. Get out of here. Go over there. Bug them. Quack sent you. Let them know. Have fun, everyone.
Yeah.